say, man, always said it. It's not about the destination. It's all about the journey.
Hello, en direct de Gresham, UTMR, Ultra Tour Monte Rosa, à moins de 24 heures du départ. On a comme souvent le plaisir et l'honneur d'être avec l'une des athlètes les plus titrées en ultrafond, qu'on connaît relativement peu pour certains. On parle de 3 victoires quand même sur la Hardrock 100, on parle de 4 fois seconde sur la Hardrock 100, on parle de 3 troisième positions sur la Leadville 100, d'un premier UTMB en 2011, fameuse année de partage chez les hommes notamment, et puis on parle aussi d'une victoire sur la Ronda del Cime en 2018, course qui nous a toujours été chère. Bref, tout débute en 2002, 20 ans de carrière déjà. On a donc la chance d'être avec la prononciation correcte, Miss Darcy Piceu ou Piceu. Voilà. Hi, Darcy, Miss Piceu or Piceu. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How are you?
I'm doing really well, thank you.
We were saying you're reminding your career, so you should correct us. So we are speaking about a real mountaineering women in ultra distance, because your career is just crazy. 20 years lasting, all started in 2002, and maybe we are not correct. We are speaking about 3 victories on the Hardrock 100, which is just crazy because well, it's unbelievable. 4 second position on the Hardrock 100, 3 third position on the Leadville 100, first UTMB in 3rd position in 2011, which was a really famous year, sharing races with Kilian and 3 men, and first women in Ronda del Cime in Andorra in 2018, which was really a beloved race, and unfortunately,
so sad.
Yeah, we sent a hug to the La Fleur family. So really happy to finally manage to reach you throughout all the social networks. Première question. UTMB, Américain et Ultra Tour Monte Rosa. We just show how is the countryside in Gresham. Donc voilà à quoi ressemble un peu là où va se passer le retour du 100 miles. So this will be between the 60 and the 85 kilometers of the 100 miles, and then after we make a big turn and we are going to come back this way. So donc UTMB, America and UTMR. Of course we cannot miss it. Last weekend there was a thing happening which was called the UTMB. Donc il s'est passé l'UTMB le week-end dernier. And we are just going to make the connection between the 3 things: America, UTMB and UTMR. Lizzy-organisatrice created the UTMR here. Donc Lizzy-organisatrice a créé l'UTMR. Lizzy, c'est 5 UTMB, so 5-time winners on the UTMB, near to the time of the men. She's British, not American, but she created one of the most technical and authentic races here. Elle a créé une des courses les plus authentiques. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette histoire entre les Américains et l'UTMB, l'année où les hommes échouent et Courtney Dauwalter fait encore un score incroyable? What is your opinion about this crazy history between the American and UTMB, and especially this year between men and women with the new record of Courtney Dauwalter? What is your opinion about that? Shall the men forget about the UTMB or
the
just
American men?
The American men.
I don't know. It's so hard to know and to understand. Either the French and the European men are just that much stronger. I don't know. You know, it's anyone's prediction as to what seems to happen over the years. I'm not sure what. It seems like the women seem to do better at UTMB, or at least have more likelihood of placing. Yeah, it was surprising to see how many people dropped.
C'est toujours une histoire de pronostic, chacun a toujours sa petite histoire dessus. J'étais surprise de voir combien de gens ont abandonné. Yes, quit, abandon.
Yes, yeah. You know, Courtney's performance was just mind-blowing. It was amazing. Her consistency, her speed, everything. It was really beautiful to watch that from, even though it was from afar for me.
L'allure de Courtney était incroyable puisqu'elle a été constante. Elle a pas arrêté aussi de progresser. She was permanently going on and taking much more speed on the other.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really amazing. She came to Hardrock and didn't finish Hardrock, so maybe that that allowed her to do so well at UTMB.
Elle est venue sur la Hardrock.
Elle
est venue sur la Hardrock, elle l'a pas terminé, donc elle avait aussi bien récupéré, peut-être un peu plus de frustration, maybe a kind of frustration and the will and the wish to do more on the UTMB.
Motivation.
Yes, motivation.
Right.
And she was also she was not able to beat the record. I don't remember, but it's the 100K on the 24 hours. I don't remember. She tried to beat a record, but she wasn't able this year also. Elle avait tenté de battre un record, donc je me souviens plus. Est-ce que les hommes doivent changer de coach ou abandonner? Do you think the American men shall change their preparation? Forget maybe about, I don't know if there is a marketing trial to push them each year to say, no, you shall race the UTMB, or I don't know, forget about a couple of years. Est-ce que tu penses qu'ils doivent changer d'entraîneur? Est-ce qu'il y a des motivations commerciales qui les forcent à courir l'UTMB? What do you think about that? You're a member of Hoka team, so you have keys.
Yes.
Elle est membre du team Hoka, donc elle sait forcément.
Yes, yeah, Team Hoka.
So Team Hoka forces them.
Oh no, I don't think so.
No,
I don't know. I mean, I think it's encouraged because it's such a high-profile race, for everyone in our community. For me personally, I love seeking out these smaller races, and just like we were talking about, is that the inaugural year that Lizzy started this race, I knew I was going to come here at some point. It took me years to get here.
L'UTMB est une course vraiment destinée au profil très compétitif, donc c'est sûr que ça les motive. Moi, personnellement, j'adore rechercher des courses qui sont passionnantes, techniques, et c'est pour ça que dès la création de l'UTMR, je me suis dit que j'allais venir ici. It was on your bucket list, you told us.
It was on my bucket list for a long time, and finally, so 3 years ago, I chose to do got into the Tour de Géants.
Right.
So I did the Tour de Géants, I think it was 3 years ago.
2 years ago. In 2019 you did.
2 years ago, right.
You should ask me.
Yes, yeah. Which I have unfinished business there. I'd like to go back and do that again. Have a do-over at the Tour.
Donc elle a switché, elle a fait le Tour des Géants au lieu de l'UTMR en 2019.
It was an amazing experience. I want to go back to the Tour. I wasn't quite ready to do that this year, so I emailed Lizzy and I said I really want to come do your race. I have been wanting to do it for many years, and I feel so grateful to be here. I think that
we are lucky with the weather.
So lucky.
Donc j'ai fait le Tour en 2019, j'étais pas vraiment prête à faire le Tour des Géants cette année, mais bon, du coup j'ai tout de suite contacté Lizzy pour lui dire je viens sur l'UTMR. But I think also that in 2019 the UTMR was cancelled. I think so. Ça a été annulé
they
for weather.
I think they started and then they had to shut it down because of weather. So I had friends who were running this right as we were starting the tour, and they were saying we had to stop the race.
Oh, crazy.
So, yeah.
It's hard history. C'est vraiment une histoire compliquée mais passionnante que celle de l'UTMR. It's really fascinating history, the UTMR's history, because since the first year, every wheels of Lizzy and Richard, they really try, they really do all the best, and they involve every little part of themselves to keep the race, and it's really impressive. So I think we really need to support these efforts, because donc chaque année ils font vraiment le maximum à travers les annulations, les changements, etc. Et so let's focus on the UTMR. So you don't precisely know the district. Tu ne connais pas particulièrement la zone.
No, not particularly, but as the crow flies, we're pretty close to the Aosta Valley. So I know that part. I've seen a lot of that in the tour.
Okay.
But so, you have views of the Matterhorn, and I think at some point we see Monte Rosa
Yes.
during the tour.
Yes. On the other side.
Yeah, and Mont Blanc.
On the Italian side, maybe.
Yeah, yep. So I guess we won't really be seeing a lot of that because we can't go into Italy this time around. So I'm going to have to come back here again because the two passes that we were supposed to see we won't be seeing.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but you know, it's such as the times right now.
Je connais pas forcément la zone. Bon, par contre, j'ai pu voir l'autre côté du Monte Rosa et certains endroits par lesquels on devait passer sur le parcours initial. Donc il faudra que je revienne l'année prochaine. Mais je tenais quand même à venir cette année. And this year is really particular because the toughest race that we know, la course la plus technique, authentique, celle qu'aurait voulu courir Lizzy et qui l'a poussé à concevoir la course, is changed this year. It's not the traditional wonderful track around the Monte Rosa. Donc on n'a pas le droit d'aller en Italie cette année. And it could be boring and really hard and maybe harder for runners. Ça peut-être être plus dur puisque on va aller jusqu'à Zermatt, revenir sur San Nicolas, repartir dans la vallée de Saas-Fee et revenir par la face arrière, la face est de Hannigalp. We are going to go to Zermatt, then San Nicolas, then Visper-Terminen, then Gspon, then Saas-Fee. So it's like, okay, we are going to race 100 miles, 11,000 meters of weight, but it's not just a race, but okay. How do you focus and what do you think maybe a couple of hours before starting this race? How do you feel, especially about this particular track? Comment tu te sens et comment tu vas aborder cette trace qui n'est pas forcément facile, maybe easier on a technical point of view because we will not have to cross glaciers. On n'a pas à passer des glaciers à 3300 mètres comme avant. But harder on a psychological point of view. How do you feel with this track? First experience and first track complicated.
I just am excited to see new trails, and it's one of the reasons I try to, you know, if I'm traveling this far, I want to see new places and I want to experience new trails. And this is something that I've been thinking about for years. And, you know, regardless of the fact that it's not exactly the course that we had, I'm still really excited to see everything that it has to offer. And
je voyage pour découvrir des courses et peu importe que ça soit différent, mon attrait pour la nouveauté, il est vraiment concret, réel ici, sincère, et j'ai plaisir à venir découvrir cette trace, et ça fait longtemps que je voulais, donc à la limite, peu importe qu'elle soit différente, je suis plutôt très impatiente de la découvrir. So you feel good? You arrived yesterday? No, Monday.
Monday.
T'es arrivé lundi.
Yeah.
From where?
From Colorado. Yeah.
Ok, donc elle est arrivée juste lundi du Colorado, so no jet lag. We'll see.
We'll see.
I will leave you
It
after.
seems to be okay. I basically got here and just attempted to come right into this time zone.
Okay.
You know, stayed up until it was time to go to bed, slept through the night, and just, you know, trying to not take naps during the day and just focus on being in this time zone now. And hopefully the jet lag will not hit me until I get back home.
Donc j'ai essayé juste d'arriver, de pas faire trop de sieste pour me remettre dans le rythme horaire européen et suisse. Okay, we wish you the best and I'm sure we'll be surprised. Je suis sûr que ça va bien se passer. Last question, two last questions. We are not going to ask you the key points that you might have identified on the tracks. On va pas te demander des secteurs clés que tu aurais pu identifier sur la course, puisque tu ne connais pas vraiment la trace. Mais your experience is just incredible. Would you have maybe 2 or 3 tips, or maybe just one, to give to our followers, just about, I don't know, how to deal with the time, to deal with the speed, to deal with the food, with the start, with the finish. I know that it would be hard maybe, about, especially in Saas-Fee, because est-ce que tu aurais 3 ou 4 conseils à donner sur l'allure, la gestion, le départ, et spécifiquement, on sait que ça sera dur à partir de ça se fait, kilometer 154, because it's never ending after. It's a testimony of Mathieu Girard, which is the winner of the edition in 2018. Mathieu Girard nous a dit, attention, entre le kilomètre 154 et 175, c'est juste... c'est pas la bonne vallée. You're always saying, oh, it's the end. No, it's not the end. Oh, it's the end. No, it's another valley. So, on a global point of view, would you have any tip to give us? Stay positive.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking that I just went out for 20 minutes and came back quickly on a last little, shakeout run. And I was thinking just to try and run happy and remind myself that, to just really try and enjoy the mountains and enjoy the trails and know that we chose to be here.
Exactly.
And yeah, exactly. Stay positive and, eating consistently throughout the race is so important. Eating and drinking throughout the race. I know we have a lot of required gear to bring, so everyone will have hopefully what they need to stay warm. I think at night it's going to get really cold, and then maybe we'll have some rain on Friday. So, making sure that you have all of the clothing to stay warm and dry. And yeah, I think it really just is about, up here and staying positive.
Reminding that we choose this. Le seul conseil, peut-être le plus global, c'était courir heureux, rester positif, mais surtout se rappeler qu'on a choisi d'être là, et donc boire, bien sûr, bien s'alimenter, être sûr d'avoir emporté tout le matos obligatoire, car on risque d'avoir un peu de pluie sur vendredi matin. Yes, maybe we're going to have some rain, and I don't know, I hope maybe about from 8 or 9 o'clock, but not too early. In the night it would be hard. Dans la nuit, on n'espère pas, mais bon, it's different. The weather forecasts are quite different from Sasfe to this valley, but there are probabilities to get some rain.
Right.
Okay. Thanks a lot for these advices. Merci beaucoup. Next step, shortly, what will be the next race, maybe, or the next ultra experience for you? Quelle sera la prochaine expérience ultra ou la prochaine course pour toi?
I don't have anything yet. Potentially the Hurt 100 in Hawaii in January.
Okay.
Maybe. I just got in, and so I have to see if I can get the work off.
Ok, bon, je vais essayer de faire gaffe,
not sure about that.
Que mon boulot soit prêt, que mon entraînement soit prêt aussi. Ok. Thank you very much. We can say maybe great heaven to Lizzy and Richard.
Yes.
We would like to thank them.
Come to Monte Rosa.
Venez au Monte Rosa, and we wish you a good race and all the best. Thanks a lot.
You too.
And see you at the mandatory gear checking. All the best.